everybody, my name is Analytical Plum and welcome back to my channel. I think we're just gonna dive straight into it for this video. So if you have missed it, we have started watching a new series on this channel which is My Lady Jane, and we are now on episode 3, and I believe we left off on King Edward disappearing. He made a disappearing act. I still think he turned into a lion and jumped out the window, but I suppose we'll see what ended up happening to him in this episode. So before we begin reacting to episode 3, I would love if you would consider subscribing. I do post twice a week, but don't hold me to that. And if you do love my reaction videos, or if you love My Lady Jane, I would love if you would leave a like. It does help me out a ton. And without further ado, let's react to episode 3 of My Lady Jane.
The ideal honeymoon has oodles of wine and vigorous rompy-pompy. Newlywed life offers nothing but solitude and research about a horse curse.
I think that's what I'll call it from now on. What did he say? A rompy-pompy? I think that's quality. And also, reading on your honeymoon? I can't think of anything better than that. That sounds so relaxing. Imagine being by a beach and you're just reading and it's nice and there's a little breeze. Oh, that sounds gorgeous.
It's rather lonely.
I feel a bit bad now.
Oh, I imagined you in bed. I mean, I thought you would be asleep.
Been preparing our next attempt. Can you tell me about the first time you changed? Perhaps if I understood more. You refused to talk about it.
We don't have time for that.
Wait, hang on. Attempt at what? I don't think they've specified what it is they're actually doing. Is it an attempt of her trying to get rid of the curse through the medicine, and the attempt is her concoction? I would assume. Hopefully we get to see it. I want to see it at least once. And to be fair, right, with the lonely comment, would you really want him in your bed? Because imagine it hits like what, dawn or something, and then suddenly you have a horse in your bed. Do they even make horse-sized beds? Otherwise you're gonna have a hoof up your bum.
It's almost dawn.
Horse mode.
Guildford, what if we've been going about this all wrong? We've tried 9 cures.
9?
I read all your Ethian cure books. Most of them are poppycock. The point is, what if rather than trying to cure your condition, we find a way to control it?
See, this whole episode is just going to be about self-love. Guildford just needs to learn to accept himself. I mean, could you really? When people are out here killing you and doing witch trials just because you can turn into I don't know, a mouse or a cat. Do you know what? Use it to your advantages. As I said in the last episode, Jane would just win every equestrian competition out there because of Guildford. Why not take that opportunity and turn it into something good?
I'd still be Ethian.
But if you could hide it...
Jane, try to understand. I want to be free of this curse.
God.
Even if it kills me.
Okay, maybe stop there. Maybe that's a bit extreme.
Have you always been this melodramatic?
Have you always been this argumentative?
Take off your shirt.
Well, okay.
I just wanna be a woman.
She's liking this.
Transgressor animalis.
Jane's Latin is an incantation that promises to drive the Ethian devil from Guildford's soul.
They're doing an exorcism. I know absolutely no Latin. I mean, aren't a lot of the English words Latin? So I could technically say I do know it. But honestly, if I do know any, it's probably from other fantasy stuff. Like, I quite enjoyed Shadowhunters growing up. That was my absolute strawberry jam, right? And that definitely had some Latin in there. Could I put that I'm fluent in Latin on my resume? I think that will be fine.
Exi ergo transgressor. Exi ergo.
No!
Oh.
You thought Jane could perform magic? Well, I'm sorry. This isn't that kind of story.
Are you sure? We literally just watched somebody turn into a horse. Are you sure about that? To be fair, I'm currently watching Merlin at the moment with my partner, and this kind of just seemed normal to me because of everything that's happening in Merlin. So I was like, oh yeah, fine, whatever.
Wait a moment. What's that? A ransom note.
Susanna.
These people are strange.
I got left on a cliffhanger by Amazon. They chose that moment to give me an advert. What's happened with Susanna? No, I like her. Please tell me she's fine. I will throw a hissy fit if she's not fine. Please tell me that's not pee.
Will you stop your urination?
Oh.
I did not poison the king, but I do believe his life is in the gravest of danger.
All you prisoners say that.
Well, I mean, yeah. Considering that somebody is poisoning the king, of course there's danger. What else would there be? Anybody can say that. And anybody can say they didn't do it. Well, they probably did. You know what? The moral of the story, words are useless. Especially Latin.
You should boil alive for your crimes.
Are we still doing that?
You're doing that.
Edward really wants to.
The king must know the truth.
Rumores. He's already dead.
The will! No, please!
Oh no! That's not gonna do much because the will is missing. Do you know what? I actually wonder who has the will. Do you think Seymour took it? I suppose he would have, if they're doing this whole plot to kill off Edward.
Did you treat the former Lady Dudley this way?
Now, there was a lady, but more usefully beautiful. And a wonderful bosom, pert, succulent.
Great qualities. I don't really know how to react to that.
You know what they say, more than a handful's a waste. And when she died, poor Guildford was nearly...
Nearly what?
Dear me, what was I saying?
Something is up with her. I don't know what. She had some sort of crush on Mrs. Dudley, whether that be romantically or platonically, although I don't really see how that would be platonic. Can you platonically look at other people's boobs and not think about them being succulent?
Without the master's permission, I cannot give you anything except a peach or a kitten.
I have both. But I'd like a plum instead of a peach. Now that's something succulent.
Oh, the king is dead!
Say it again.
The king is dead!
I knew it was the kink thing. I knew it.
When you're celebrating a successful regicide, the last thing you want is a drop-in.
Petunia.
Oh, she's irritating, isn't she?
Best suspects. No, that's just her face, Mum.
So if they still have Petunia, then where is the king? Because I thought Petunia could have escaped somehow and could have met up with him. So what's happened? I told you in the last episode, or I alluded to, that he would not be able to survive safely on his own at all. And I was very grateful for Petunia, but if she ain't there, then he's absolutely screwed. And I don't mean like how Lord Seymour is right now.
I'm tired of waiting, Seymour. I wish to announce Edward's death.
Not yet. We spoke about this, Squidgy. It's a process.
Squidgy. Oh dear.
Since everyone believes he was poisoned by Lord Dudley, why do we need a body? Let's just announce it, read Edward's will, get on with
Not
it.
yet.
So they have his will. Was that an admission? I suppose so. Who else would it be?
You have the will. It names me.
Of course I have the will. Of course it names you.
Seymour is lying.
Does he not have it? Then who has it? Or did the king grab it himself? Wait, I'm so confused. I like settled myself down on the fact that they had it, but they don't have it. So who bloody has it? I won't turn around and it will be on my bed, will I?
Seymour does not have Edward's will. The document has, in fact, fucked off to parts unknown.
But where?
Find Lady Jane Grey.
Shall I chuck it down the stairs, Lord Seymour?
Yes, get creative. Go in disguise and make it look like an accident.
You leave the happy couple alone. They're all frolicking in the hay. I wonder if Jane would actually end up being queen. That'd be interesting. Because I wonder if they'll turn this into, like, rather than Protestant and Catholic, I wonder if they'll do, like, an Ethian or... What are the normal people? Veritans? Verity? Non-transformative people. There you go. At least I didn't say Ethiopians this time.
Have you got the will?
Don't be mad.
Oh, bugger.
I went to the Chancery, just like you asked. King's will for the succession has been stolen.
Stolen?
Stolen. The door was smashed to smithereens.
See, the problem is, right, if anybody could just go in and out as... I don't know, we've seen everyone trying to look for this goddamn will with Stan trying to go in and out, and then Lord Seymour trying to go in and out, and everyone going in and out. How was that supposed to be secure? Who decided that that was a good choice in the first place?
We need an alibi people will believe.
Well, I suppose you'd like me to fetch Guildford.
You leave Guildford out of this. We need someone with royal blood, someone with skills, with smarts.
Leave Jane alone. Is everyone just going to be up in Jane's grill? She's just trying to prevent her husband from being a horse. Is that too much to ask for a bit of peace?
With the scheming prowess to get me out of here. I need...
Francis!
Oh, Mum.
We must save him. He's innocent, you know that.
There's my precious lambkin. Come hither, my little turtle dove.
Okay, there's many things wrong right now. Number one, what happened to the quality? I didn't realise I decided to watch this in 720p, so that was not my fault, okay? And secondly, why is he saying that? Why is he saying turtle dove? They didn't go through with the wedding in the end, did they? With Jane's sister.
I knew this day would come ever since I held you in my arms in your babyhood.
Oh, go away.
Oh, it's a wedding. I love weddings.
Dear.
Griffith?
Why is she so nasty? Why is it in all of these series it's always the elder ladies who hate on the new, like, younger, I wouldn't really say women in charge because they're not exactly, but you know, the new ladies. It's a really reoccurring thing, and I don't get why. Maybe is it jealousy? I don't know. It is utterly bizarre. I've been watching too much of this. That came out really posh. Bizarre.
Guildford finally.
Master has returned from town.
Evening, Bertie. Marvellous spread. You've outdone yourself.
Guildford.
Is she just in love with everyone from this family? Okay.
Thank you, Bertie. You may retire for the night if you wish.
Your potatoes taste like shit, by the way.
Look at this.
A ransom note. This is extortion. We can't pay this.
They said that they'll slit her throat if we don't.
Do you know what, though? I am happy that there is that bit of communication and she actually came right out and told him. I suppose not right out. You can't really have that conversation with a horse, can you? Can a horse portray emotions and have conversations? I don't really know. I've not really ever been around a horse.
I mean, we literally can't pay it. My father's in debt up to his balls. Eyeballs.
Yeah, that's higher, isn't it?
Then I'll take your family's silver. Either you help me or you shut up and get out of my way.
And what if I forbid it?
Oh, go on then, forbid it.
Yeah, and when you're a horse, she won't feed you any more apples. How about that? To be fair though, I think that's kind of valid. I don't even know what it was. It wasn't even in use, or it didn't even look cool. So what's the point? I'd rather spend that on Susanna. No bias or anything, but I'd rather spend that on her than just have it on the side.
You tell your po-faced servant to lock up your wife, I dare you. There, have a nice big drink.
Yes, I will, thank you. Have fun getting yourself killed.
I will, thank you.
Don't lie, you care. You're gonna go after her.
Sadly, our prayers have failed.
Oh, they're announcing it.
He has been overtaken by delirium. He commanded me to expand the division laws, eliminate the Ethian menace.
So, what I'm getting out of this is that perhaps Bess, that she's gonna be a helping hand, and she won't just let this drop. Like, she'd want to see Edward, or at least what would be of Edward, and she'll get suspicious, and hopefully bring Petunia, and they'll try and go and find Edward, or at least look into it. That's the kind of gist I'm getting right now.
Nay, nay, nay.
Oh, hello.
You are not yet queen. You cannot change laws, let alone sit on the ruddy throne.
He's gonna end up dead in 10 seconds, isn't he? Oh no. I'd say I like him, but I'm not sure. I kind of got a bit of misogynistic undertones in that, so... but I don't want him to die. He's just stated a few facts.
Your grandpapa fought valiantly at the Battle of Towton, did he not? Well, it's never too late to reward a good turn.
Oh dear. What is she planning?
How's Skipton Castle sound?
Ah, okay.
I've always wanted that castle.
Good. Off you go. In fact, all dismissed.
So that's how she's gonna play it, with bribery.
I wish to visit Edward before...
You cannot. Edward is already dead. In the throes of his delirium, he defenestrated.
Who the what? What does that mean? Well, something along the lines of died.
But then again, Edward was at death's door for his entire life, really, so it's not that much of a shocker.
What, because you wanted to kill him your whole life?
That makes you queen.
Yeah.
Think of it. My sweet stalwart Bess, what would I do without you? If only Daddy could see us now.
Well, I think you hated the lot of yous. That's why your mums are dead. That's probably a really unfactual joke, considering I don't really remember who their parents are. But considering they're not sons, I probably assume that he didn't like their presents. Oh, it's just your hubby.
Fucking
I thought you were a vagabond or a brigand or something.
You're far too handsome to be a vagabond.
And humble too.
You can't force me to go back.
Seeing as a dead wife might be challenging to explain to the authorities without drawing unwanted attention. Jane, please.
And also the little fact that she's probably one of the only smartest people who can cure him. So, I know a lot of you said that this does turn out pretty well and that I will end up liking him, which I agree with. I probably will do, just because that's what always happens. But for the moment, not the biggest fan.
I know a shortcut. We'll reach the Ethian camp and surprise them. I'll need a dagger. Luckily, I have a spare.
That's tiny. That literally looks like the knife I used on my sandwich for lunch. What's that supposed to do? Saying that though, I did slice my thumb. I've got a scar there from a butter knife, so you can go around scarring people's thumbs. I think that'll be quite dangerous.
That's not a dagger. This is a dagger.
Oh, I love it.
You know the old adage about forcing your daughter to marry in order to assure your own financial security? It's easier the second time.
She didn't. She ended up going through with it in the end. See, I had a bit of hope from earlier. I was like, no, surely not. Surely not. Especially because, like, Jane's sister, I forgot her name, I'm so sorry, but she made googly eyes at the dude at Jane's wedding. I thought that would be something at the moment, but it ends up being this. No.
We need not fear the idiocy of a female monarch!
Yeah, great.
To Catherine. Please don't be excused.
Oh, get your dirty hands away.
Of course you may, my little treasure. I'll be with you very, very soon.
I don't think she'll be enjoying this particular bedding ceremony. Oh my god. I don't think she can get out of it like Jane did. I feel really sorry for her.
Catherine, you can't let Mother do this.
It's already done.
She showed a bit of remorse, empathy. I can't believe it.
It's me. Hurrah!
The will is nearly done. You will need the royal seal to prove authenticity.
And by morning, the only possible usurper to the throne will be dead. Princess Mary will be pleased as punch.
I think it's gonna be so satisfying towards the end of this when Jane absolutely ruins them all and then Mary doesn't want anything to do with Lord Seymour. I will honestly live for that moment.
Congratulations. You have won your freedom.
Truly?
Not like that.
People might think I've some sort of untoward Ethian prison down here.
He's got to stand on him. No. You nasty, nasty man.
Wake your master. And I have a particular set of skills.
Mostly pertaining to killing.
Thank you for that bit of information. I know I didn't like her, and I know she freaked me out and made me very upsetty, but I don't want her to die. See, look at that.
You were staring at me.
No, I wasn't.
Fine.
Is it finally happening? I want it. I'm craving it at this point. It's episode 3, and I've been living off of crumbs, but I want the whole cake.
It's your wrist, it's too delicate. Let me show you.
Did you know that the old king was obsessed with Edward learning the art of combat? So I can confidently say you're holding that dagger like a fortune sword.
They go so well together, don't they? Okay, I've at least got a 1/25th of a slice of cake from this. Yeah, she literally said in the last episode that the dagger that Edward gave to her for the secret message, they played with that growing up. So I think she has a bit of knowledge. She has some class when she stabs people.
And I could take it from you in 15 seconds flat.
Is that a challenge?
Shall we put it to a wager?
You have nothing to wager.
Name your terms.
I want to ask you a question.
Agreed. And I'll expect the same from you.
Oh.
Agreed.
Oh, okay, I'll prepare myself. This is so romantic. What a great moonlit walk.
I win.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oof. What a power move. He liked that.
Tell me about the first time you changed. Why won't you talk about it? You promised you'd answer my question.
I know that they say that you transform when you hit puberty, and I made a funny joke about being in the middle of an argument, or, you know, in the middle of relations or something. But imagine how strange it would be if you just came out of the womb as a horse. That would genuinely be one of the most terrifying moments of anyone's life. What would you even name it? Would you name it a human name? Or would you name it like a typical horse name? Because some horses' names are just bizarre. Probably be called like Red Tomato or something.
I lied. Come on.
Okay then.
She's yoked to the crappiest pig nut for life. And she's got a shack him. Disgusting.
Yeah.
I told the servants to lubricate him well.
But what about tomorrow night and the night after?
Yeah, that's enough. We need his money.
I never thought I'd end up agreeing with her. The world has truly come to an end. So you know when your accent changes based on where you are? I do actually feel I'm getting posher the more I watch this. I don't like it. I might have to stop. You'll be fine with that, right?
What?
About Dad. Do you think...
If he wants me to help craft some feeble defense, then he is pissing up the wrong tree.
At least he tried.
I know a salty little badger who likes a tickle.
Leave yourself against some plant.
My father should be boiled alive.
He's definitely one of the people that created an STD because he decided to have intimate relations with a, I don't know, a tree bark or something.
I am your superior in rank and circumstance.
Oh.
Thank you for your confidences and your youthful vigour. Neither service is further required.
You know what? Thank God for that, because that really, really affected me when I watched it last. It was not a fun time. I genuinely needed about like a 40-minute nap after that scene.
You're absolutely sure?
No, please don't. No. No.
Go to my bedroom and wait for me there.
No, please don't. Where's that spoon to gouge out my eyeballs?
Father sent me here when I first changed. We will find your beastly maid.
She's my best friend.
Yet she never told you the truth about herself.
Well, that's a bit hypocritical, considering he never said anything either at first. Nor is he telling her what he promised to tell her about his first transformation. Still not getting those brownie points.
The punishment for intermarriage's death, which I'm certain you must know.
I'm risking my life for yours right now.
Not for mine, Susanna's.
The most important person in the world.
But did she ask? She didn't ask, did she? So that was only your problem. That was not her problem. End of story, case closed.
My father died at sea and suddenly we had nothing. The new maid asked me how I was. Nobody had even thought to ask. Nobody cared.
Number one Susanna stan in his household.
Well, that is rare indeed.
Are they nocturnal now? Honestly, when does Lady Jane sleep? When does Guildford sleep? They're just constantly awake. Especially Lady Jane, because if she's in bed all morning, that maid would probably have something to say about it and probably boot her out of bed. So when does she actually get to sleep? Considering they're up until dawn to see if he changes.
The bag.
Well.
Hello, trouble.
Susanna.
Don't tell me after all this time, being a like number one stan, that she's also a liar. I don't think my heart, I can't take it. Please don't do me like this, Susanna.
How could you do this to me? I was coming here to rescue you.
I am in danger.
No, you just want money.
Ethians cannot survive another winter in the wild. Not with the new Kings and Guards.
That was basically an admission, wasn't it? I thought you were better than this, Susanna. I revoke my number one stan status. I would support you, but no, I don't like lies. You are not getting a cookie.
They torture us, burn our camps, lock us up.
Everyone knows that the pack are a bunch of violent criminals.
This is your husband.
I know, wait outside.
That might be for the best.
We are not criminals, Jane. Yes, we steal to survive, but we try not to hurt anyone.
Okay, so you are with the pack. How long?
See, I have big mixed opinions because yes, it's bad lying and trying to like con people out of money. I don't think no matter the circumstance that's a bad thing to do, but I understand why, considering people are capturing Ethians and literally murdering them just because they could turn into a cat. So I understand. And as I said at the beginning, I have theories that they're preventing them from surviving in the world, which was something they were told to do in the first place, and I think they're killing off a lot of the animals and just making it really hard for them. So I don't know.
I changed young. My parents beat me half to death. The pack saved me. They helped me find work in a noble Verity home.
Verity. Although that just reminds me of Colleen Hoover. I'm sorry, I don't like Colleen Hoover, so if you do, ignore everything I'm saying right now, but Jesus Christ, what was that? But it was Verity, were the names of the non-transformative people.
Jane!
Yep, they've caught up, ain't they? Great.
We have to help him.
No, wait.
Oh, they're not holding back, are they?
Susanna, you have to go. Now!
Lucky what we have here.
Jane, be careful.
After all that, she didn't even get to take the little stupid silver things with her. Oh my god. This just is a reoccurring thing. They reunite with Susanna and she has to run away. They reunite, run away. When can we just sit down and be civil and have a tea party or something? Go on, use your skills.
Jane, run!
Wait, they didn't do all that foreplay just for her to run away in peril. Come on, use your skills. There we go. Right. And that's a couple worth staying together. There we go.
If you ever have the opportunity to make l'amour following an attempted rescue of a faked kidnapping, well, you simply must.
I didn't think that was ever gonna stop. Yeah, just a moonlit stroll, they said. Wait, are they actually going to be intimate? What's going to happen is that it's going to hit dawn and he's going to turn into a horse or something, and they're not going to be able to do it. I'm calling it now.
Gods, I want you.
I want a divorce.
Well, at least it went better than him turning into a horse. Still wasn't expected though, was it?
This is madness.
This is madness.
Is it?
I bid you good night.
Are they ever going to actually get together? Seriously?
Has Lester sent for me?
He's passed out drunk. Mother made sure of it.
That's at least some bit of good news. Although it is a bit flip-floppy, isn't it? We've just gone from a couple who are about to bang, that we wanted to bang but didn't bang, and now we've gone to these who we want to keep them away with not even a 10-foot pole. We want them to stay away with 10 feet pools. Why do I keep saying pools? I don't know, maybe he can't swim.
I could hear you snoring through the door.
What do you want, Guildford?
Believe it or not, I came to see if you're all right.
Oh? Care to continue what you started earlier?
Those men we bested were Kingsland guards.
And they knew our names. They were looking for us. Why would they want to kill us?
I don't know.
They're not going to think that Edward set them on them, are they? Where is Edward? We're coming to the end of this and we still haven't seen him. I know he's alive. I know it.
I don't want to be the kind of man that doesn't keep his word. You asked me about the first time I changed.
Oh, yes. I'd love to know.
It happened the day that my mother was murdered.
Oh.
Please, don't make me talk about it.
Promise.
I'll never lie to you again.
Was she murdered for being an Ethian? Because wasn't it genetic? So if he's an Ethian, then surely that gene would have had to come through somewhere. And if it's not his dad, which I doubt it, then it probably would have been through his mum, and that could have been why she died. I don't know, it's a possible theory.
If therapists were invented in 1553, our brooding, tortured hero would be a different man, and this would be a different story.
I'm not sure about that. To be fair, the people who need therapy the most are the ones that don't go to therapy. I don't think he would have gone.
How long does it take the average person to suffocate? The answer is not long.
I knew she was insane, but I didn't think Margaret was actually gonna kill him. Oh my god. Everything bad I said about her, I take back. I'm not gonna have any pears around me. I don't want to end up with the same fate as he did. I don't know, I'm feeling so much mixed emotions. I'm happy that she did it, but also she just killed someone. How are you supposed to feel about that?
Has anyone seen Lester? Oh, seems to have taken a bit of a turn. That's a pity.
Pity indeed. is it weird that that was the most disturbing thing I've seen this whole episode? That was in his mouth. I bet you he's probably never brushed his teeth once in his life. Oh my god.
It's go time.
Why is Lord Seymour mewing? Oh my god.
It's time to read the will.
Why, there it is. Bess stole it to ensure its safekeeping and had it this whole time.
Okay, well, I really weren't expecting that. But the only thing I'm questioning is whether she's done this for good or for bad. She does really seem to love her sister, but I don't know if she'll try and protect her sister or if she loves her brother more and try and figure out what happened with her brother. I don't know. I don't really think we've seen enough about her to make a good judgment about that.
Petunia! Thank you all for bearing witness on this historic day.
Is Petunia going to take it to the court?
Where's the royal seal?
It will be fine. Stop micromanaging me. My fellow councillors, I confidently believe.
Do they just stick bubblegum on it? Would just Lord Seymour not have any brain cells? He went to that length just to get rid of Edward and to duplicate a fake will, just to come to this end of not covering all of his bases and just sticking a bit of gum on it to stick it together.
I have King Edward's will, and it bears his royal seal.
Is it Jane?
Jane knows she ought to be researching, but she just can't stop thinking about Guildford. And if a cure even exists...
I don't think it does exist. And I don't think it should. I mean, I know that the people who want the cure obviously don't want the grief and everything that the Ethians go through, but I really don't think a cure would be a good thing. Because for the people who love being an Ethian and want to stay an Ethian, the court is probably going to use it as like a mandatory vaccination to rid everyone, or rid the Ethians essentially. So I don't think this should be something that should be created.
My lady, a messenger from London.
No, my husband's not in, I'm afraid.
It's for you.
A message for me?
Was she named? Yeah, suck my potatoes.
King Edward is dead. God. His Majesty named you heir to the crown. Long live Queen Jane.
I got goosebumps. Can you see them? Oh my god. So that was my reaction to episode 3 of My Lady Jade. She's been named the heir. Well, not the heir anymore. She is the queen. And that's a good thing and also a really, really bad thing, because especially Mary is going to be on her tail to get that title. So I don't see Lord Seymour living to see another day, or he's probably going to join the Ethians in their dungeon. So I don't see a good fate for him. Why am I so short? But yeah, I'm still really, really enjoying this series. It's definitely up there with my top series. Of course, I'm gonna wait to finish the whole thing before I fully decide my opinion on the whole thing, because I haven't finished it. But for now, it's definitely up there. Feel free to comment down anything you just wanted to say about this show, if you're enjoying it, what you think is going to happen in the next episode without any spoilers if you have seen it. And I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see all of you in my next video.